Hello everybody, I'm Danger Gen Vex and welcome to Would You Rather. Yes, I'm doing Would You Rather again. Why? Because even though I actually did get other quizzes, I got them on my phone. And unfortunately, I don't have a way to record my phone screen. So I have them, and at some point I'll manage to do them. I do have a couple that, even a couple of them wouldn't even work because they need connection to function. So I'll figure something out. Just have faith in me. But for now, we're going to do Would You Rather. So I'm still hoping that I've got everything in order with these pictures. I'm still using the pictures to do Would You Rather. And that something doesn't go wonky in the process. But our very first question is, would you rather have a jello room or have a pillow room? I'll be very, very honest with you. This is a simple one for me, for the simple fact that I've never been very fond of jello. Or jelly, as we call it. It's okay now and then. If you're really in the mood for it, then some jelly might be nice. But I'm not a major fan of jello. I'm just not. It's not a kind of dessert that I like. It's not a kind of pudding, or it's not really something that I like. I know some people go crazy over jello. They love jello. For me, it's almost a punishment food sometimes, because when I was in primary school, the after school program and the place that I went to, they would serve these really horrible sandwiches and then jello with it. And you'd have no choice. It was in these little tiny, seriously tiny little tubs of jello that you could literally just go and you've got the whole thing in your mouth and you swallow it down, and that was your dessert, your treat for the day, or for lunch or whatever. And those things tasted horrible, and it just completely put me off jello. It just tastes horrid. On the opposite end, you have a pillow room. Now, you might not know it, but I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I've got about 6 pillows here. Okay, just here, and I sleep on these babies. I love pillows. I adore pillows. I hug pillows. I don't have teddy bears or dolls. I have my pillows that I hug and love and hold and squeeze. And oh God, I love pillows so much. They're so comfy and nice. And yeah, so I would love to have a pillow room where I could just roll around in my wonderful pillows all day long. And 60% of people actually agree with me. That is the strangest thing, considering the amount of people that I generally know who love jelly and jello. I thought most people would go, yeah, I'd take a jello room, a delicious jello room over a pillow room. But I love pillow rooms. Would you rather emit robot noises whenever you move or make camera shutter sounds whenever you blink? Well, what kind of a question is that? So if I were moving, I'd be making, what kind of robot noises? Would I be doing C-3PO noises? Like old rusty noises? Or would I be doing like R2-D2, like bloop, 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 bleep, bleep? Or I'm doing horrible. I can do much better, but I'm not going to, not right now. Or is it like that very Terminator-like noises? I don't know. None of them are actually very, very good. I mean, you'd never be able to sneak anywhere. And we kind of like sneaking in our family. We love scaring the living shit out of each other. It's just something that we do. Excuse me. So how the hell am I supposed to scare the crap out of my family if I can't sneak up on them? I mean, they'd be coming around the corner, I'd be boo. Yeah, I heard you like a mile away. I knew you were there. So, I don't know. Make camera shutter sounds whenever you blink. I don't know. Let's see. Ka-ching. No. Where I should have my phone. It's like, no, that's a whooping sound. I don't know why I'm so insistent on making the sounds. It's horrific. I don't think there's really a good answer here. But I could probably keep my eyes open for extended periods of time if the blinking got annoying. emitting robot noises whenever I move, it might be cool in theory, but not in practice. So I am going to go with make camera shutter sounds whenever I blink. And 59% of people agree with me. I'd say it's the lesser of two evils in this case, really. There's no good answer here. Neither one would be something I'd want to live with. Okay, would you rather spend a year alone in a deep sea submarine or spend a year alone in a space station? Okay, first off, most people would have a problem with this because spend a year alone. I don't, honestly. If I could find a way to just stay in contact, via some sort of satellite phone or, remote connection or something, then I'd be more than happy to spend time anywhere, for a year alone, except in a deep sea submarine. Because as many of you know, I don't do the ocean. I do not do underwater. I do not go underwater in the ocean. I do not. Okay, I can't stand it. Not in the ocean, not in a river, not in a lake or a dam or, even a too deep. Well, I consider a swimming pool because there's nothing out to get me in a swimming pool. But, trapped a year alone in a deep sea submarine, it's not appealing even at the best of times. Spend a year alone in a space station, though. There's a lot about that that's appealing to me personally. I want to go to space. I would love to go to space and spend... I would love to go on like one of those, if they do an actual... I know there's that whole thing about Mars One, that they want to send colonists to Mars and people that won't come back and all of that. But at this point, I'm really starting to think that it's just, a pile of bullshit. But... if they ever do that, send people on space journeys that would last 6 months and a year and 10 years and 20 years, I would spend most of my life in space, I know, but I love space. I really do. I want to die in space. It's my wish to die in space. And, why would I turn down an opportunity to spend time in space, even if it's alone? In fact, the better. Then I can just enjoy space by myself, for myself, without anybody cluttering my mind space. And my space for that matter, because as far as I know, space stations have like really, really limited amount of space. So the less people who are there, the less space I have to share. So yeah, I would rather spend a year alone in a space station. And 69% of people agree with me. Yeah, I don't know, deep sea, it's one thing. Space is another. Space is something else. Would you rather be Australian or be American? American. I don't want to land myself in hot water here, but nothing against anyone, but I think if I had to pick between the two, I would go for Australian. Look, honestly, if I if I could choose anywhere, I would probably go for Scotland. Because I seem to have a massive thing for Scottish men. But second in line, it seems to be Australian men. So I think I could find happiness in Australia as an Australian. And apparently sometimes my accent just, falls into Australian sounding anyway. So I kind of fit in. It's nothing against the Americans, but it's not that big of a thing for me. I know a lot of people go, oh, if only I lived in America, if only I was American. I know that it's something that appeals to a lot of people. It's not for me, not really. Yeah, no, it's not even something I can really elaborate on. There's nothing that puts me off being American. I would just rather be Scottish first, and if I can't have that, as in this case, I would be Australian. I really would. In fact, I'm not going to say who it is, but my favorite actor and the person that I have the biggest fan crush on in the world is, he's not actually Australian. He's from New Zealand, but he's from that part of the world. And I know that the first time I saw him in something was, I was 6 years old. The first time I saw him in something. And I didn't realize that until recently, when I realized that the guy I'd been been periodically crushing on since I was 6 years old is that guy. And I'm not even going to mention which TV show it was in that he played, but he did play Cupid, and he was blonde, of all things. God, no! He looks much better with the dark hair and the ruggedness now. Much better. Much, much better. But I'm getting way off topic. So, I would rather go to that part of the world than America. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with American men. There's a lot of hot American men, but I think I would find happiness in Australia, and it's probably the stupidest reason to pick it, but I like the land down under. So, sue me. 42% of people agree with me. Okay, well, I'm not surprised. For most people, the American dream is still the dream. So I'm not surprised that 58% of people would rather be American. Good for them. Would you rather be in the Justice League or be an Avenger? That's it. This is our question for the week. I will say this. If you'd asked me this question, well, okay, my answer would still have been the same. Okay, wait. I don't know. This question might be a bit difficult. See, before the new movies started coming out, the new DC Comics movies, I know a lot of people aren't that, they're not so fond of them. They're not saying it's wow, really good, like the Avengers and the Avengers universe, the Marvel Universe movies were when they started coming out. And I have to agree. I mean, Marvel's still leagues ahead. But they are good. And they're showing a darker side of Batman and a different side of Superman. And they're blending them together in the way that I really, really like. Now her name's Wonder Woman, and we see some of the others that they want to include. So it's appealing. It's grown far more appealing than it would have been a couple of years ago. However, the Avengers, man, come on! You've got Tony Stark, Bruce Banner, you've got Thor, you've got Black Widow, Hawkeye. I'm probably missing someone that I can't think of right now, but seriously, they're just a bunch of... They're all awesome. They're all awesome. All of them. Every single one of them is awesome. They're all awesome. There's not a single one of them that's not awesome. So, I don't know, maybe you can tell that I'm a giant Avenger fan. I know most of their various origin stories, and I really think it might have been interesting if they'd stuck a bit more to the comic book Natasha, but I guess, having Captain America and Natasha both being genetically altered superhumans on the same team would have been a little bit too much. Still, would have been awesome. She's a kick-ass chick, although I do like that she's a kick-ass chick even without the genetically altered stuff in the movies. Oh yeah, and then you've got Witchy and Speedy and all the others coming in now. Speedy's dead, but Witchy and Jarvis and... Well, he's not Jarvis anymore, is he? But you get the idea. So, would I rather want to be in the Justice League or would I rather want to be an Avenger? The answer is simple. I would rather want to be an Avenger. I want to do cool shit with the science bros and hang out with Natasha and make Hawkeye's life hell, in a friendly way. Taunt Bruce Banner until he, you get the idea. It would be fun. I think they'd be like family. over the Justice League, who still need to sort out their shit. Because they've got a lot of shit to sort out. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, let's see what people say. 72% of people agree with me. I am not surprised in the slightest. The people who voted for the Justice League are die-hard Justice League fans. I'm telling you this right now. That's why they voted for it, because they're die-hard DC Justice League fans. Absolutely no question about it. So that is my question to you guys. Would you rather be in the Justice League or would you rather be an Avenger? And why? I mean, I've always been more of a Marvelverse person. I love the Avengers, huge fan of them. It's not that I don't like, the Justice League guys. They're just lower down on my list of favorites. So that's why I would want to be an Avenger. I would want to spend time with the Avengers because I like them. I think I'd get along with them. So that's my reasoning. And, you can probably guess the other reasons. My mind is probably something that belongs in a permanent gutter residence. Anyway, so please tell me which one of these two you would pick in the comments down below. While you're at it, also leave me a like down there if you enjoyed this video. But thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye!